Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is RhapsodyPlays. I'm joined by Rhapsody. We're back in Shellshock live. We're gonna do another game of Shocker. We're gonna do Game of Thirds. That's the map. Let's do it.
Would you like to set the turn timer up a little bit?
Oh, not really, but fine. I can do it.
All right, then.
No. It's okay.
No.
No, I insist. I insist.
I insist.
I insist.
This is what happens when you get two folk from the Commonwealth.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever tried to queue up behind someone who was trying to queue up behind you? I've done that.
I was a way to make that joke.
Hey, that's not a joke. That's a life experience. That's a way of living.
I can't believe it. That used to be an exclusively British trait, but now people from the Commonwealth are claiming to be able to queue properly. Oh,
the Commonwealth,
disgraceful.
I believe, kind of inherits those.
What, those British values?
No, just the kind of almost dour, like down on self kind of thing that Britain's got going.
That's the down on oneself. Yes, fair enough. That is a truthful analysis.
Oh yeah,
of the situation.
You're nation of optimists. That's what everyone thinks about Britain.
That's not true.
I know. It was said sarcastically.
No, I know, and I was just confirming that by just not being an optimist about that statement. There you go.
All right, I got played. Oh, yo!
I got played. That was pretty bad. Okay.
Could not have intended it.
Okay. Let's do this. Boop. Oh.
You done it, by Jove, you've done it.
I feel like I'm at a slight advantage being in the center, but I don't feel it's a substantial advantage. Like, I'm not sure it is a big enough advantage to actually matter. You know what I'm saying?
I think my goal should not be hitting the ball, but it should be destroying the wall behind you.
That's a very good shout. That is a really, really good shout there. Oh.
Almost.
So close. So close. So,
I'm afraid that close matters for nothing.
I've got a question for you, and I know it's one that's close to your heart, right? Have all of the comments about you being an internet celebrity died off?
There's fewer of them now, but now that you've poked the bear.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking about, right? Because I was like, I don't want it to die off. I want this meme to continue forever. So therefore, I just need to occasionally bring it up so that you know, that we get some comments. And what I was actually gonna suggest is, I thought it would be a really nice idea if people were to tweet you telling them what their favorite thing was about the internet celebrity.
That's what
people should.
You may have messed up that prompt a little bit.
Yeah,
people to tweet
this
me to tell them. Who's them? In that situation?
Okay, right. Here's my idea. Right, people tweet at you, talking about.
Okay, I already hate it.
What their favorite thing is about their favorite internet celebrity, which is of course you.
Have you ever seen me try to accept a compliment?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point, right? Is that you have to accept.
Don't do this.
You have to accept, like, compliments from a bunch of people, right? So if you guys want to, you know, tweet at RhapsodyPlays what your favorite feature is about, you know, the one and only internet celebrity, then do it.
Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna tweet Orbital Potato. Just pictures of what would you hate? Hang on. I'm gonna get this.
Right. Basically, you have to decide, right? You have to decide. Oh, wow. Nice. You have to decide.
You just need to tweet Orbital Potato with your favorite gameplay strategies in the game Soul Zero. If you could just do that, that'd be really, really handy. Because I hear you're really into that game.
That's really niche, dude. No one's gonna get that one. Or you could tweet at Rhapsody your favorite feature about your favorite internet celebrity. That's a great, fun exercise, isn't it?
You know what? You can do that, but only if the internet celebrity you're talking about is not me. Tell me about why you like Day9's personality, always bright and bubbly and happy.
Look,
tell me that you really like...
there is only
I don't know,
one.
what other internet celebrities are there?
Well, there's this guy called RhapsodyPlays. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's a you know...
I haven't.
A Slay the Spire Let's Player. He does Slay the Spire video games.
Yep. Oh, is that the guy who works with Orbital Potato?
That is actually, yeah.
The guy from Evil Mag Manager.
Yeah. Wow.
What the hell was that?
Wow. Oh, still not good enough.
Screen had no clue how to deal with that.
No, I know. I mean, that was quite insane, actually. I think it was because all of the little grenade chunks, the shrapnel chunks, happened at the same instance. Wow.
Got him.
Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
That was did not go as planned.
Ooh, all right, carpet fire. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm feeling like this has probably got the effort to lift it off the ground.
Ooh. Does it really?
I'm feeling like it does.
I feel like hundreds of people tweeting at you has the effort to, you know, could lift you off the ground, you know? Could really make that head swell.
That's actually something I legitimately worry about.
Your
that
head
if
swelling.
I accept too many compliments, no, not actually literal head swell. That if I accept too many compliments without like returning the compliment or somehow like invalidating the compliment, which I try not to do, right? When people compliment you, they're usually doing it for themselves in a way as well. So I try and think about it and go, okay, but if I say, oh no, but that's not really true, I'm not really like that, you're just being combative to that person. You kind of accept it as a gracious act towards that person, or at least that's the way that I frame it so that it doesn't feel so immodest to do so.
Well,
I actually legitimately feel like if you accept and start believing all of the compliments that people pay you, you could end up just being really, really arrogant. And I actually worry about that. I don't really voice that concern ever because it sounds insane, but
no,
it's a legitimate thing that I worry about.
That's good. I mean, that's fair. Well, you know, here's a counter to that, right? You know, if people do actually tweet you, and I'm hoping that there is going to be a lot of people.
Oh, God.
Look, dude, I've been holding on to this. Like, so this is the third episode that we've recorded today, right? I've specifically made sure that this part of the video came up before the 7-minute mark so that we have as many people watching this as possible. I've been holding on to this for the past 2 episodes. Okay, so the viewer, you know, the way that it usually works is like after the 7-minute mark. I think it's actually about the 10-minute mark for the Shellshock series, but after the 7-minute mark, people just, you know, stop watching. That's the short attention spans and whatnot of the 21st century, man. So I've been holding on to this to try and maximize effectiveness.
You know what it is? It's because we stopped doing Word Wars after the first game. That's when everyone stops watching. They're here for the killer content. Those puns, y'all.
That's true. What happened? Did I miss my turn?
You ran out of time.
I wasn't even watching. Either way, right? If people tweet you and say, oh, Rhapsody, you've got really nice hair, your voice is really soothing and dulcet tones and whatnot, you can compliment people back, right? That'll make you feel better about yourself, surely.
Now you're giving me the job of having to compliment every person.
Is that such a bad thing?
Why?
Is that a bad thing?
What? Well, I don't.
Are you above that? Are you above complimenting people now? Wow.
It's not that I'm above that.
Wow.
Every single time I respond with kind of a boilerplate response of, oh, that's really sweet and incredibly kind of you to say. I've just called them sweet and kind in my first part of the response. And then I usually address the rest of whatever is in it. But I can't always do that. I get paralyzed by stuff like that, man.
That's fair enough. So that's why it's going to be a good exercise.
It becomes legitimately difficult for me to respond. Not for any bad reason, like, especially after I called out the fact that there was like a fair amount of toxicity in STS comments at one point during the Ascension grind.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Good. When I called that out at one point, there was an outpouring of love and support, and I was like, I know I responded to a lot of the negative comments, but I can't respond to the positive ones for that same reason. Like it's just paralyzing.
The really,
that's not to say I hate them. It's just it's difficult to.
The really annoying thing is, right, and this is like this is gonna sound so high and mighty, but it's actually genuinely the truth. When you get to, well, your size, really, more than my size at the moment, but even though it's not the good comments that stand out, it's like the bad ones. Like, you know, you'll get, you know, a lot of nice comments, and, you know, sure, it's really nice to read them, but they're not going to really stick with you. Whereas if you get a really horrific comment, then you'll be like, oh, okay, I need to, you know, deal with that or whatever, you know. So
those definitely stick with you, and they're kind of louder.
Yeah.
But I tend to remember a lot of the nicer ones. Especially.
No, look, don't get me wrong, I do too. However, it's, you know, it's the sad reality. As you get more, you can't remember all the nice ones, which sucks.
That was a really bad shot on my part.
Yeah. Either way, at RhapsodyPlays, go tweet him. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, thanks for this. This is going to be my personal nightmare. You know, the problem with this is we record these so far in advance that by the time this comes out, I will have forgotten that this episode was coming out on that day. And as a result, I won't understand why it's happening.
That's true. That is true. Although I must say, some of the comments that you got on the original Internet Celebrity video were absolutely hilarious. I thought they were...
Original Internet Celebrity?
Yeah. The original Internet Celebrity video, when we first talked about how you were an Internet Celebrity, you know, in the first Shellshock Live. I thought it was great. I loved it.
Yeah. I couldn't... Did you notice how few of them I was capable of responding to?
It's a good meme, dude. Oh. Right
no.
in there. Beautiful. Beautiful, mate. Threaded the needle.
Mate,
that was beautiful.
Too bloody true, eh, Struth?
Struth.
Struth. I've never actually heard anyone in real life say Struth, but then again, I don't really live in like rural Australia where that's more common.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I guess
it's too iconic for the fact that it's not like actually as commonly used.
Here's
like crikey, blimey, those kinds of things. Like blimey is very much a Briticism, but yeah, it's used a lot.
Here's another
crikey.
Here's another thing. Just on the note of crikey, right? Someone that I know legitimately used. They used the word, but they didn't say it. They said cricky. And there was like, oh, and I just thought cricky, and I was like, excuse me, I'm pretty sure that's not a word. This was like 10 years ago. In fact, no, genuinely, right? This was like 10 years ago. The person who said it actually is now dead. But in all seriousness, right? It was such a long time ago. But even at the time, it stuck with me, and I'm like, what the fuck does that, like that, sorry. What does that mean? Like, it's just like, that's not a word. It's just not a word.
Okay, so I apologize in advance, but my instant dark humor response to the person who said that is now dead was good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Obviously, I don't but I have to tell you, that was the immediate dark response.
Well, thank you for telling me. That was it's very good of you to let me know. But
yeah, I have to bear my flaws as well, so that people don't overload with compliments.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Now I'm just gonna have to be a worse person so that people don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, cricky. I'm gonna start saying cricky whenever something goes horrifically wrong.
The problem with that is I don't understand. In what medium would you have seen it written, but never heard it?
But
were you reading the screenplay for Crocodile Dundee? What was happening?
Well, see, I just don't understand how. Yeah, so that means that if you say cricky, right? What's crazy, right? Is the person that said it at the time was like, they must have been like 60 or 70, Like, you know, so this is not a young person, right? This is someone who's been around, fairly, like, internationalized, and still they were like, they said cricky. It's like, you can tell that this is like, I'm sure you can probably tell, this has had an impact on me. This is really, like, left me confused.
Yeah, it seems like it hasn't left your mind since.
It hasn't, honestly. Every time someone says crikey, I always think, oh, well, this person said cricky. It's just, it's so, seriously. Even now, right? The conversation of cricky. It's just, it's weird, dude. It's weird. It's weird.
That it is. Some of those things just stick with you.
I know.
Some things just will not leave your head. A very, very long time ago, I would have been maybe 7.
Okay.
So that makes it 18 years ago. I was told to remember the name of a plant by a family member who wished to go and purchase that plant at the store later.
Okay.
Because they'd seen it on Burke's Backyards.
Burke's Backyards.
Yeah, it's very Australian.
Straya.
Natural home editions show kind of thing.
Okay.
Anyway, it was agave attenuata, and I forgot it, and then I was like 16, and I was in the company of this person, and I just went, "Oh, you ever buy that agave attenuata?" And it's just never left my mind since. It's the only thing that I can think about when I think about memory is, oh yeah, agave attenuata. I really wonder if that person ever got one. I hope they did.
Did they? Did you not find out? Did you never find out?
Oh, I've asked, but I don't remember the answer, frankly.
That's hilarious. That's great. Oh man. Oh, I mean, that's fair. That's totally fair. It's weird the way that memory works in terms of, like, you know, just occasionally you'll remember something which is like, you know, completely out of context, and you're just like, oh yeah, that happened.
Oh yeah, do you ever get that with like memories that you feel guilt or shame about, and then it's just kind of like, it's kind of like someone's just walked up behind you and stuck you with a hot poker, and where'd that come from? Why am I thinking about that now?
Yes. You know what? In all seriousness, when that happens to me, I sort of, this is going to sound kind of a little, maybe, no, it's not offensive, but I kind of have like I have an involuntary outburst when that happens. And I'm just like, ugh, you know, it's just like, and I like start to say something and it's just like, oh my, what am I saying? Does that ever happen to you, or is that just me?
Yes, I have that with like a kind of like a muscle spasm.
Yes,
and,
it's exactly that.
My partner calls it a hot stove moment. It's like my brain has put its hands on a hot stove. As that kind of like involuntary action of like cringing away from it.
That is exactly it. It's like you cringe hardcore, and yeah.
Awful.
It is awful. It's awful. I hate it. See, we're humanizing the internet celebrity right now. You see that?
Do you also suffer from anxiety? It's humanizing.
Internet celebrities have flaws too. Alright, let's finish.
Do you want to take us to a different game mode? We've done a lot of Shocker.
Yeah, I was going to change this to Deathmatch, 100 HP.
Nice. Do you want to randomize that map? Because that is a Garbo map.
I would like to.
Cool.
A generated map. I don't think we've done many of these. This is apparently a different option.
I suspect I know why we haven't done many of these.
It's completely garbage.
Oh, that it is. Ah, oh, damn it. I have an opening weapon.
Oh, no. What is it?
No, I'm obligated to use it.
What about M4?
Are we doing Word Wars again?
No.
If so, I've already screwed up.
No. I just love saying, what about M4? Why don't you care about M4?
It's why don't you care about them for? It's a pun rather than just a straight up naming of the thing. Mr. I need a grenade to land.
It's just so funny. It's so funny.
Let's see what we can
Why
get.
don't you care about them for?
Why don't you?
Oh, come on.
I was using that to find my aim on you, and instead, I perfectly hit it.
Well. Wow. No need to brag.
I know.
Dude. No need to brag.
Yeah.
Just because you're an
This
internet
is a
celebrity
first
and
world
all
problem right here.
that. Okay.
Oh, I was using that to find my aim, but I'm already a perfect aim. See, you've just given enough compliments this episode, like theoretical compliments that other people might give, that my head's gotten big and now I'm arrogant.
All right. Do you want to try and predict?
You're gonna have to deal with this for the rest of the What?
Do you want to try and like predict some of the compliments that you're gonna get?
Extremely no.
Extremely
I had a
no?
conversation with someone recently about this, and each of us were talking about what we think other people would possibly positively think about us, and both of us would like, I can't do that. I actually cannot tell you. At all.
You don't even want to hazard a guess?
No. Not even slightly.
Do you feel like if you do start guessing, then you're gonna fall down that slippery, arrogant slope, and you're just gonna
kind of, yeah.
You're gonna fall towards. Oh, wow, that was an exceptional shot. Congrats.
Thank you. I'm actually quite real pleased with it. All right, how real do you want my next response to be to that question?
I don't know.
Scale of 0 to 5. How real?
I mean, okay. I don't know. Like, how do you rate realness?
Give me a number.
5. I
More
mean,
or
what
less real.
is
5. Okay, cool. At one point, my therapist asked me to describe myself to her, and I was literally incapable of giving her anything except for tall and male. Because
wait, hold on a minute.
She was specifically saying you can't use anything negative to describe yourself. You have to use positives, or well, not positives. You have to use neutral and positives. So I was like, okay, here are the neutral things. And then she was like, yes, more. And I was like, nope, we're done now. I actually cannot continue this.
Okay, I was thinking that 5 would be the least real answer.
No,
But
yeah, 0 to 5.
Clearly, that
5
was
is usually the highest.
Yeah, clearly that. Yeah, but like the highest unreal answer.
No, Lord no. It's oversharing time with Raps and Orbital.
Raps and Orbital.
Huh.
Yeah, involuntary outbursts, and how real would you like the response to be? I like it.
Involuntary outbursts, hot stove moments, HSMs, man. It's so much easier.
HSMs. You make it sound like a condition. HSM. You've got HSM.
I try to make it sound less like a condition, but also like it's an easier way to describe it that doesn't entirely bring down the mood. Like hot stove sounds fun. It's like hot potato.
Yeah. Semi-Tourette's moment doesn't sound as fun, you know? It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Not in particular.
Yeah. And anyway, on that very interesting final note, we're going to round out the episode. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. His name has been Rhapsody. Link to his channel in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Adios.